class. The last video was about setting up just your basic three-panel brochure, one side, for a total of 6 panels, 3 on each side. All right, and we'll call this one our front panel. All right, the one on the far right. What I'd like to do in this tutorial demo is just to start investigating where you should get your photos. Now again, you are picking a venue like a ski resort, the botanical gardens, or a shelter for animals. All right, so I'm going to be working along with you. In the other video, I made a logo. Let's see if I can find that. It's underneath here. Yep. There it is. Okay, this was my desert logo, and I've since even worked on it a little bit more. I played around with it a little bit. I put it where it was stack type. I put this on top. I don't like it. This looks like a little hat on top of here, and I don't like this stepped approach. It doesn't work for me. But what I do, I like this. I'm going to stick with this. But also I like the PSDG, Palm Springs Desert Gardens, with that agave here. I like that a lot. Now, I've also been working on more ideas for mine, and I'm going to show you some text. Start your text for your front panel. Here I have text for my PSDG brochure. On the front panel, I want "Welcome to the Palm Springs Desert Gardens." I decided to call it gardens, plural, because I wanted to explore 3 ecosystems. There's the American Southwest, very strong for succulents, desert cacti, even trees like the Joshua tree. American Southwest, really rich. South Africa is very rich, all right? And so is Brazil. Brazil, it's tropical. So you get tropical cacti there, which I find really interesting. So I'm going to have these 3 regions. So on my front panel, explore 3 ecosystems of exotic desert cacti, succulents, and trees. And then I'm going to list these. And the categories inside will be these: the Great Sonoran Desert, Southwest African succulents, Brazil's tropical rainforest cacti. Where am I getting this? I'm making it up. Go to different regions. If you're doing research on gardens, find out what gardens there are. What if you want to specialize in just English gardens, French gardens? Find out what they used to plant there. Maybe you want to get into some old type of flowers that they planted in the Renaissance. There's a lot of room to investigate. Same thing with your ski logo and brochure and the pet shelter. Go to a pet shelter. Talk to somebody. Learn something about it. All right? That's what this assignment is about, too. It's getting you to investigate. Hopefully you can do all those things safely, wearing a mask. If you are not comfortable with that, well, then just look for stuff online. Plenty of stuff online. I put a note here, use logo on front panel. I'm going to copy, actually cut, and I'm going to paste that here because I want to separate it from my categories. Categories are on the inside, okay? And this will be on the front. And then I'm going to put inside. This will be inside the brochure, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to do save. So this is my text. Don't worry about the actual text that you're going to be using in your brochure. We may just do just kind of fake ipsum lorem text for placement, or if you want to, find text, or even write it. You can do that too. But don't worry about it. That's like the least thing to be concerned about. I want to talk about photos now. Here's my folder, which you all should make, and brochure PSDG. I have a folder here I'm already starting of desert plants. Here's my text, obviously, for the brochure that I just showed you. Let's close that. And as far as desert plants goes, I'm starting with a lot of really nice desert plants. Now, where am I getting these? These are all free. Don't just grab stuff off the internet and use it. All right, I'm going to close this here with the logo. What I'd like you to do is go to unsplash.com. This is my favorite place to go for images. All right, there are others. There's Pexels. There are a couple more that give you good quality, high resolution, free photos. There's a little picture of me there. I have signed in and I am a member. It didn't cost me anything. I don't have to do a renewal, nothing like that. All right. The most Unsplash will ever ask you for is please give a credit to the photographer. And that is not much. You should. If this was a real project and if you want your brochure to look more real, give the photographer a credit. It can be very small, 6 point, but it should be with the photograph, and I can show you how to do that later on. Okay, here we go. This is how this works. In the find icon, I'm going to put cacti and succulents. Okay, and there we go. Lot of stuff. Okay, here's even a nice landscape. Look at that, with a prickly pear cactus in front. This looks like Arizona. But the point of this is, now this is by George Pagan or Pagan, and I'm going to download this one. This one actually is one I might use for my Sonoran Desert. Download. And what it says, first of all, it says, are you okay with downloading? And it's like, yes, of course. It says, say thanks. Give this guy a credit. All right? Let's move this out of the way. So this is George Pagan, 123, and then some other code stuff. It should have downloaded it. Let's check. Over here. There it is. George Pagan. All right, I am going to click on this. I'm going to pull it off, and I'm putting it on what I should do, rather than my desktop, which is really junky. I should put it in that folder. So let's pull this out of the way, and let's see where it went. Now, here it is. And where's my folder? Let's close this. And we're done with this. Click the X. All right, let's go back. All right, so, I mean, you get the idea of how to get photos on here. And these are great photos. They're high res, too, and they're really nice. Okay, that's why I like Unsplash the most. All right, here's my brochure. And this is where I keep everything neat. All right, so let's put this in there, desert plants. All right, George goes up there on top. All right, so what should we do now? We're going to go through every single one of these. I'm just doing one as a demo, but I want you then to open all the photos you download and prep them for your brochure. Okay, let's double click. Really sweet photo, like this a lot. Here, let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Oops, did just the opposite of what I wanted. Anyway, from here, you got your photo up, and it's going to open in Photoshop. So I hope you have Photoshop loaded, because you won't be able to do this if you don't. All right, so here we go. Image. Mode. What mode should we be in? This is for printing. the ultimate or the final use of this is to be a printed brochure. This is not for the web. It could be. It's not. So it's CMYK. That's print colors. All right, there it goes. Okay. Now image again. Image size, not canvas size, image size. And by the way, if you're going to be doing this all morning or all afternoon, do the keyboard commands. They're right here to the right of everything, okay? Okay, image size, release. All right, what do we got here? We're in inches, which is great. I don't think our brochure, before it's folded and it's flat, it's 8.5 by 11. I don't think we need 68 inches by 51 inches photos. That's the kind of thing that you have to change before you place your photos, okay? So let's do resolution. 72 is web. Print, 300. Whoops, not 3,000. 300 pixels per square inch, PPI. All right, 300. Okay, 68 inches. Let's resample that. See, it went down to 16 by 12 by going from 72 to 300. So it automatically reduced the amount of inches. That's still too big. It's way too big. Think of how large the largest photo will be on your brochure. Now, I might want this photo in the background and make it really light of my one section on the Sonoran Desert, which this is in. So I'm thinking 8.5 by 11. It's 11 inches across. That's maximum. Oh, let's make it. I'm going to do a guess and just say let's make it 8 inches. I'm going to put in 8. And I'm going to resample it. There we go. So it is now 8 inches by 6, resolution 300. Okay. All right. Save as. I'm going to put my own name on some of this now. Rather than Unsplash, I am going to do Brochure dash. Okay, I'm going to do Sonoran Desert dash 1. Okay, save. I'm saving it as a JPEG. Maximum, yes. Let's close. All right, I saved it here in the folder. Keep your original. This is the original. Keep your original, okay? Now, Brochure Sonoran Desert -1, that's what I just did. Let's open it up and check. See if I did it right. Image, mode, CMYK, correct. Image size, 8, width, height, 6. That's exactly what I want. Resolution, 300. All right, let's do cancel because I don't want to change anything. And that's all I want to discuss in this tutorial. The next tutorial will be actually working on the brochure. I'll set up the first panel and start working on the inside of the brochure.